Unless Australia changes some of its trucking regulations, the country might miss out on the Tesla's electric semi truck. I explain you why. Welcome back, dear friends. This is Armen Harayan from torquenews.com. If you are here first time, please subscribe to our channel, ring the notification bell so you don't miss my next Tesla or EV coverage. And if you find this informative, please give us thumbs up and like this video to help to show it to more electric vehicle enthusiasts. Tesla has warned its soon to be released Tesla semi-electric trucks will be too wide for Australian roads unless current rules are changed in Australia. Under existing regulations in Australia, trucks are only allowed to use Australian roads if they are 2.5 meters wide or less. Tesla says its semi-trucks are between 30 and 50 millimeters wider than that, although they conform to rules in the United States where the limit is 2.6 meters and in the European Union where it is 2.55 meters. In a submission to the National Transportation Commission's Heavy Vehicle National Law Review, seen by the publication The Driven, Tesla urged the government to change the rule, saying the Australian market's small size would likely mean Tesla would not make the adjustments necessary to sell its trucks in Australia. Here's a quote from that submission. The Commission will be aware that given Australia's small size in comparison to global markets, inconsistencies like this between Australian regulations and larger markets will delay or preclude vehicles coming to local markets, the submission says. And here's another quote. Currently, Australia will likely miss out and the first generation of electric heavy vehicles such as the Tesla Semi because of this. So if Australia wants clean electric semi-trucks, needs to change some regulations. The mismatch between Australian and overseas rules has long been a bugbear of many in the industry. In the September of 2019, Australian Roads, the peak body representing Australia's various state and federal level transport agencies, completed a study in which it recommended increasing the limit by 50 millimeters to 2.55 meters. The study, which surveyed a wide range of stakeholders, found majority support for the change. The Driven reports that the biggest objections came from local truck manufacturers who were afraid the rule would hurt their business. They were also concerned about the safety of implications. Obviously, if you're a truck manufacturer in Australia, you want to do everything possible to preclude others from importing to Australia. Austro Road said these concerns could be quote-unquote mitigated by mandating driver training and specific safety technologies such as blind spot information systems and side under run protection, and by supporting domestic manufacturing, transitional arrangements, and subsidies to adopt processes. End of the quote. But despite this strong backing for the change, nothing has happened since that report was released 18 months ago. And we know that we're getting very close to Tesla Semi's production. The Australian Trucking Association backs a change to the rules, saying keeping the current regime in place would only hold up the arrival of zero-emission trucks to Australia, such as Tesla Semi. An ATA spokesperson said, truck models developed overseas, including both electric and hydrogen models, will need to be redesigned for the Australian market to meet our dimension rules. This will slow the introduction of zero-emission roads transport technologies. To better enable zero-emission trucks and newer, less-emission incentive trucks onto Australian roads, the Australian Trucking Association is calling for heavy vehicle dimension rules and believe Australian truck width should be amended to 2.6 meters. This would enable the introduction of the latest zero-emission trucks on an earlier timeline. The National Transport Commission is looking at this issue in its Heavy Vehicle National Law Review, to which Tesla made its submission, which I just mentioned here. In a paper published last year, the NTC, National Law Review, and NTC acknowledged Australian rules had, quote, not kept pace with current international standards. The NTC will present its finalized policy options to the federal government in May. Tesla says it will deliver its first batch of mass semi trucks this year, nearly 4 years after it was unveiled, after Tesla unveiled the first prototype in November of 2027. The all-electric trucks have a range of between 300 to 500 miles, which is about 804 kilometers, the top range, and energy consumption of less than 2 kilowatt hour per mile. The cheapest version costs about $150,000, and the more expensive version costs about 180,000 US dollars. In a new update recently, Tesla semi-truck, Tesla shared a video of an all-electric semi-truck's prototype being put through its paces at the Fremont test track. In a tweet that showed while battery material supply may be holding production back, the electric truck is still very much front of mind of the EV maker Tesla. If you haven't seen that video, check out the Torque News YouTube channel a couple of days ago. I think it was last week. Now, surprisingly, Tesla Semi is a bit noisier than expected. It sounds like a jet taking off on highway. Love it, responded YouTuber Tesla Joy on Tesla's Twitter page. The brief video shows Tesla's white Class 8 prototype speeding past the camera with the typical high-pitched sounds that, apart from its zero-emission status, sets it apart from its diesel counterparts. I was also personally surprised. I'm reading the comments under the Tesla's tweet. I find them very interesting. Here are some of them, so you have better idea where Tesla Semi stands and about its size and noise and so on. A user named Quit Yellen asked, truckers can do 700 miles in a day, with 500 miles being most common. How are you going to charge this? The parking availability for truck drivers is already stretched. Are you going to retrofit every truck stop for chargers? And also, this may be a good question for Tesla semis coming to Australia too, if the regulations change. Another user named Bipolar Bear asks, how much does the battery replacement cost on one of those? 8-year-old lifespan, increasing demand in rare earth material prices going up every year, new nuclear power station needed for every 10 supercharging stations. Is electric really the future? Really, it's like a good question. How much electricity we will need for all of this transition? Another user named Dave Schmidt asks a very important question with a human aspect. What will happen to all the truck driver jobs if we eliminate them with autonomous trucks? Can truckers get a different job that gives the benefits they have now and the wages they make now, or will they need to start over again in life, similar to pipelines and coal? He writes. That's a good question. This is why maybe in Australia truck producers want to protect themselves. The fact that Tesla is paying more and more attention to semi might indicate that the company is almost ready to start production. According to earlier reports, the semi's body will initially be built in Fremont, California, with final assembly at Giga Nevada in 2021. Ultimately, production is stated to begin at Giga Texas by 2022, as I said in the beginning of this video. It was also reported that pilot production of the semi will begin in July 2021 and mass production in August 2021, writes Eva Fox from the Tasmanian. Friends, some news outlets have expressed doubts about Tesla Semi's release recently and whether it will actually happen. There is some reason for speculation, as the Tesla Semi Twitter page has not been that active in the past few weeks. Elon Musk, hasn't come out with much information in recent weeks, though he did project confidence back in January about production ramping up once the needed battery cells were produced. The Semi page is still up on Tesla's website, so there have been no indications so far that Tesla has thought about scrapping the project. I don't believe Tesla will scrap the project. I think Tesla Semi is coming. A lot of people are interested in that, and we will see the vehicle, the truck coming soon. Now it's in a different question how Tesla and Australia will do with the Tesla Semi, and I think it is possible that Australia can change the road truck size regulations so they can welcome Tesla Semi zero emission truck into Australia. This is Armin Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Friends, please subscribe to our channel, join our community. We have really great discussions if you check under our videos. And if you find this report informative, please give a thumbs up and help to share it in social media to put it in front of more people who will look into the electric car transition, and we can clean our air and make them ecologically more clean. Please subscribe to our channel, and also if you would like to support my channel, please give me send us a applaud, which is next to the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. Have a great day. God bless you, everyone. Look forward for my next report. See you soon.